So for this one, the plan is to simply go to the world map and the Western Ocean and the Kraken, because yes, I don't think the Kraken tentacle is tanky enough to actually fight the Kraken. I mean, it might be, but I feel like it's probably not. I feel like it's probably not. So the plan here is to kill this thing and hopefully get, hopefully not lose stuff, but you know, that's always up in the air and usually not super realistic. Although I think this is a reset. It's always a reset when something goes wrong. Just because stuff goes wrong so often doesn't mean that it's always a reset. Actually, no. Exactly. It is at least a few resets. So what I've done now is I'm gonna keep track of the amount of times that I reset to this thing. At least that's my plan here. Is to see how many times it takes before I actually get something. Like that? That is guaranteed to be a reset. So that's 3 resets now, I believe. Maybe I'm keeping track wrong. But I think I know what I'm doing. As far as counting. Oh, wow. That's another reset, indeed. Whoops, I do not want the come on, I gotta actually get this working. You know, it would be nice if this thing could, like, you know, go on the back row, but it really can't. You can only do that versus the Dreadnought, I believe. Uh-huh. 2 crits. I will pass on that. I think that I already lost count. Probably at 5. Probably. Okay. It's much better. And we'll see what we get from this. These things are going to start going onto the actual battle here instead of the 2 turns that you gotta survive at the start. I'll be honest, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm not about to continue after the boss does that. So I think that's 6 resets now. My count is probably off though. But it will remain consistently off, if it is off. Consistency is supposedly really good for some things. Not a fan of that. Yeah, he's got armor still. I'll bring the count up to 7. It's either the 7th time fighting this thing or the 7th time resetting against the thing, but whichever one it is, it's 7. Now it's 8. Now it is 8. And very soon, it is possible that it will be 9. Yep, that's 9. Gets more and more ridiculous as time goes on. I think so. The next reset will be 10. Look at that. No acid damage this time. Let's see what the tentacles do then. Because those are the deciding factor on if resets happen here. Would you look at that? Oh, I forgot to use this the second time. I better use it now so that it's on cooldown. That's not nice. Huh. You still got armor. I am going to reset there. That's 1 loss, 10 resets. Or maybe it was 9. I dang it, I'm already losing count again. I'm gonna say that that was 10. Okay, that's 11. Let's see. Yeah. Huh. Well, it's probably gonna be 12. This acid will do its considerable damage. Yeah. It's gonna poison it probably. Which it did. So that's, guaranteed. So that means the next reset will be number 13. And it's possible, if we get enough resets in this video, that there won't be anything but fighting the Kraken. And look at that. Okay, that's 13. I already lose counting. I swear, I suck at counting so much. Maybe it's because I'm distracted, or maybe not, but whatever. So, see how this goes, of course. Just looking. Oh, yeah, I should use the ironclad again. I gotta stop making the mistake of thinking it only has 1 attack. Aha, I see. Well, thank you for informing me, Mr. Kraken, that now we are resetting 14 times. And I believe this one is 15, so gotta keep the number in my head. Uh-huh. 15, okay. I think the worst we've done is 20 versus the Dreadnought before. Let's see if I can go for a new high score. 15 resets currently, after all. Although I'm pretty sure, I don't know. Interesting. Is that going to be a reset? That's going to kill that ship, I know that. Can I afford to lose this ship though? I don't think I can. Okay, that's 16. Or maybe it's 15. I'm pretty sure it's 16 though. Okay. We got this time. Okay. Kill this thing. Yeah, oh look at that. Double crit. Tentatively speaking, things seem to be going my way. Not even a breach. Wow. Yeah, I think this one's gonna be capped off at 16 resets. Or 16 attempts. I feel like it's resets though. There's no way it's attempts, after all. Okay. I do wish that wasn't slightly suppressed, but use it anyways. Alright, so I want to keep that one alive for a little bit since it's going to be not doing the submerge attack. Okay, that's going to be a dead ship. But this is going to be a closer to death Kraken. Okay, let's see. Go for that. Let's take a look at this. No dive, no dive. Okay. Okay, okay. So we want to leave this one alive for a turn or two. Just to hopefully get something. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna use this attack on the main body. Go for this. Okay, gonna lose that ship. Go for this, I think. Okay, ironclad. See how close I am to finishing this thing off. I mean, it's very close. I think it's this attack or the next attack. Okay, so it's the next attack. Now, please don't breach enough to die. How much health? 114? This can probably do that. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That is a second Kraken tentacle. That's pretty insane. I got 2 of those things. And plus 10 teeth. I like teeth. Teeth are useful. Now I can't actually heal anything because I started the ship upgrade. Or the ship repair bay upgrade. So that's what, 16 attempts for resets of the Kraken? Yeah, 16. roughly. And now, I'm gonna do a Reef Bandit. Now, 2 tentacles. They are incredibly susceptible to torpedoes though, so maybe I don't want to use them here. I'll just use 1, and I'll use the buoys, and I will pretend like that will work. Pretend like this will actually do what I want it to, and did not use the torpedoes. Which it didn't, so I guess that means I win. Okay. Okay. What else? For some reason, I still feel like I need more iron, despite having 700. Maybe it's because I've been spending it on stuff, but you know. Let's see. I'll do a Mammoth fight. Why? Because I can. Let's see, what do we want to use for the mammoths here? Well, obviously, I'll use this guy, and I'll use Cryoman, and I'll use Cryoman number 2 as well. We'll hit him with the ice attacks. Then, with them both frozen, they will take extra damage. We'll pass real quickly. Use the ice. And that should finish it off, yeah. 1 teeth. Okay, I'll take that. Recoil Ridge, hello. Oh, I got the resources to collect from everywhere. I should go do that. I might have forgotten to do that earlier before I was recording or something. Because I did the stuff like collecting the gold from the houses and stuff at the base before starting this. So it could be right into the actual combat. Come on, Sundale, open up. Now, where are those merits? Merit farming is... there we go. So let me take some of that, and some of that. Tropic. No merits from Tropic. Okay. Now, the Silver Wolves are an option. Definitely. But what if, instead of fighting the Silver Wolves this time, I go over here and I spend all my time performing aerial strafing runs and aerial bombing runs. No possible way that this could go wrong. That's 2 misses on the same target. Let's see if we can go for 3. That's 3. Okay. Let's see about 4. No, not gonna get 4. Go for this guy then. Should get killed by the burn effect. You know, I might want to actually try and fight the dreadnought with only the airplanes. I think buoys and a couple of other things are actually needed for that, but for the most part it should only require planes. And I can probably leave the subs alive because they won't really do much to the... Well, they might do damage. They might do damage. Oh, look at that. Took some actual damage. We're gonna hit with the bazooka. Unfortunately for Mr. Bazooka, he's dead. Machine guns should finish off just about all this. Well, except for that guy, but he'll die to the flames. Two vials. I will take 2 vials. Vials are really nice to have. And honestly, kind of in low supply. Can't wait for whatever level it is that we unlock the chemical vial pool. So you just build like 5 of those and get 20 vials a day or something. So I think that's how it works. There's occupying too, but occupying requires you to actually do stuff. And as such, occupying is... Well, occupying might also get nerfed into the ground. Because with the way that people are going to be organized, like there's some people out there who have like something like you know, like the terrain tile, right? So you build a land expand, right? And a land expand can hold roughly a 6x6 of propane tanks or whatever they are. And because it can hold those, and you can occupy a 3x3 of propane tanks, that roughly equals 4 occupy slots. As long as people occupy properly. And so I've seen some people's bases that have like I don't know, like 20 land expands full of propane tanks or something like that. So those are going to be like prime oil occupation. Then there's like the other thing you can occupy for coal. I think it's the coal power plant. See, I've got like one of these here. I've got one thing, or one square of oil occupation unit thingies. But it's this thing. You can line up 4 of these in one spot, and I think that'll equal 1 occupy, and they should give like a good chunk of coal for occupying. Let's see. Oh yeah, still upgrading. That's what I was... Not what I needed to be looking at there. What am I looking at? What do I want to do? Do I want another airplane? Oh, I got like tons of skulls. I'm gonna spend them on this. even though I'm never going to use it really, but you know, it is a use for them. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go fight the Silver Wolves. Silver Wolves are like an everyday sort of thing that I always want to fight, even if like, you know, not feeling it one day, I still want to make sure to actually fight them. Because they are just that good. They've got just that great of a drop rate. And insane drop rates are really what I'm after at this point, right? Get truck out of the way. You know, I do wish, or it would be nice, if we could use this unit. I mean, 35 to 65 times 4 attacks. That's roughly, that's like basically on par with the R4 MG turret. Well, the anti-air kind of sucks, but you know, I feel like this one might be able to hit air too. So either way, it's got a good chunk of all that. It's got armor. It's of course spot specific, so it can't hit over here by being right here, but you know, it's like it'd be a really nice unit to have at the Silver Wolf Depot to build. This is kind of a great unit from the look of it, and that's at rank 1, presumably. So you know. A min roll, 35 times 4. That is 140 damage. Minimum roll. At rank 1. The MG turret has a 90 to 150 damage or something at rank 6. Which I believe puts it, at the very least, on par with the MG turret. If not, you know, massively ahead of it. I'll spawn the MG turret here real quickly. Yeah, 90 to 170, basically. I'm pretty sure this thing doesn't quite... Let's see. I'll spawn another one, please. Line of fire precise. Line of fire direct, so it's not quite as good at like hitting past units. But it's still decent. And the damage it does, so in terms of raw damage, it will surpass the MG turret quite readily. Quite easily, I imagine. Going on average, I think it's like plus what is it? I don't know. It would presumably, at rank 6, be a force to be reckoned with. And the enemy ones already are kind of a force to be reckoned with if you don't have armored units. And if the armor gets sheared off, like, you know, end up without armor somehow against this thing, it'll do like, you know, 100 to 200 damage to your super tank. Well, depending, of course, but you know. Basically, you don't want to be on the wrong side of the Silver Wolf armored truck. There's a high likelihood that I feel like with how squishy the enemy formations are in comparison to my own super tanks, that if I had one of these, if we had like a couple of these, you could shred this formation in like, you know, several attacks. But you know, I don't really know actually. But basically, all I'm saying, I really want to have this unit as a buildable unit. This guy would be nice too, but you know, not quite the priority, I think. We're already going to have Silver Wolf artillery, and that's going to be effectively equal, if not better, to this guy. Yeah. I'll take a gear. I will. I will definitely take a gear. Put those guys down. Put these guys down. And what if I put some zappy guys in the fight this time? I'll try it out. Sort of just bypass the entire front line. Take out the wood log too, I guess. The area damage kit is quite nice. I like the area damage. Nearly there. Grab the super tanks again. I'm gonna go for these guys and the veterans. See, I want this guy to hit that. I kind of want this guy to hit that, yeah. We'll go down the lines. Mostly focusing on the back line here. I'll save that. I will go fight this guy. 198, wow. Guy doesn't mess around sometimes. Well, never mess around with crits. I think this guy might be the weakest Silver Wolf unit. Got 16 to 20 times 6, right? but it's like sort of RNG and low offense. And we look over here, we see this guy, who's basically the same thing, but you don't have to. I don't know. They're basically the same thing, except this one. Let's see. I think he's stuck to looking in front of himself, and I don't think he can actually hit second row, honestly. We'll go like that. Ow. That was painful, wasn't it? Shoot that guy then. See how he... Ooh. Guy in the back, always with his big hits. Go get rid of this guy, because he is annoying. That's also annoying. Please go away. That's also annoying. Please go away. That is just fine. I am more than happy to accept attacks that only hit my front line and do barely any damage. Okay. So, with that, that is all that I'm doing for this one. Goodbye.